Jai, Hare Krishna. Then our pranams, Maharaj. Good morning, obeisances. I'm sorry it's so early for you now, because now is daily savings time in the United States.
Is it?
Yes, so sorry for you. It's so early.
It's all good. And it's a surprise to see you, Pranashri Devirasi. A happy surprise. We've been missing you, not only on Back to Basics, but we've been missing you.
Maharaj, the same with me. All your advice, all your guidance is so important and so special.
It's not my guidance. Anything that we're sharing, I hope it's only coming from Gurudev and Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada.
It is, really. Maharaj. It is without a doubt. It is.
And
so
actually, guidance is everything. And the guidance that they've given, it is so clear. And the thing is, the books are there, but the living example that they gave in every circumstance, it was just like the example of how to proceed. So we do want to go on under affectionate guidance of our masters, and really they are the masters. You know, we know.
Yes, Maharaj, yes. So very special.
So happily we're with Leela Moy Prabhu, who's been very capable in your not absence, but in your not appearance. I don't know what the word is. And he's been very capable looking after everything. And Vrindavaneshri is with us this week, also from Brazil, and Chintamani from somewhere on planet Earth, which is probably still India.
I think so. Yes, Jagannath Puri Maharaj. Read the message in the chat.
Read the message in the chat. Click, click, click. I am in Śrī Jagannath Puri now at my hotel, currently getting ready to go out for darshan. Any requests? Where is your hotel? It's a question first. Hare Krishna. Oh, Dana, Hare Krishna. Welcome.
Our dear Vrindavaneshwari has trouble to connect. She's been trying for a while. Maybe it's internet. And we have our dear Jivana Didi here.
Jai Jivanadi, Hare Krishna. Seva Rupa Devirasya, Hare Krishna. All the Americas are on time. Just see, everyone's with us from, well, Americas, Brazil is South America. I'm sure he knows. And Jayadev Prabhu also with us, Chintamani Devidasi. Sevarupa, South Africa. She's on the ball. She knows what time it is. The hours have changed. All right, dear devotees, let us begin. Okay, so we'll come to you in a moment, Chintamani. Is that all right? And we'll come to you just in a moment, because let us come together. We've come together and we're with hearty, exalted Vaishnavas. We're here with our special family. So let us give our obeisances to each other. Gauranatharaj, who just joined us, also beautiful. So first of all, to each other. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And then to Guru. Om agyana timirandasya gyananjana shalakaya chakshuram militam jena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. And to Gauranga. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvijay Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And we should not forget the importance of all of these, the Vaishnavas, the Guru, Mahaprabhu, Pancha Tattva, and their Maha Mantra, and Radha, Krishna, and Gauranga, and their Maha Mantra. So, dear devotees, so let us first begin with Chintamani Devi Dasi, because she's there in Puri, and she's near Chatak Parvat, which means she's very near to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Bhajan Kutir, where he stayed in Puri. She's very near to Gadadhar Pandit's temple of Tota Gopinath, and the beautiful orchard around it, the area around it, the sand dunes considered to be the Govardhan Hill of Jagannath Puri. And beside the Govardhan Hill of Jagannath Puri is the beautiful temple of Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev, which is established by Srila Gurudev, and our ashram there, and the temple, and the ashram, and the guest house behind, and all those places there. And she's very nearby other places too, including Haridas Thakur's Samadhi. But you know what will give us great joy? Oh, also not far from the ocean, Chintamani has put in the chat box. So Chintamani Devi, please, first, we always have our special interest in our own home. And so Shri Nitai Chaitanya Devi, it would be beautiful to have darshan of them, and just to see our temple, that's our home. And
she has a little bit of internet issues, Maharaj. She cannot open the camera yet, so I cannot share.
Okay, she'll be there in 20 minutes.
Okay.
But remember, yes. So it really does depend exactly where you are. You could go to those three places, would be wonderful to have a quick darshan of. And even Srila Saraswati Thakur's Bhajan Kutir, you can do from the road, because we won't have time. We'll be over an hour, we should not say just on Parikramā, but we'll be over an hour to visit those three places. So whichever is nearest to you, you can go first. Shri Nitai Chaitanya. Okay, Jai Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev Ki Jai. And after 20 minutes of something to look forward to in there. And in the meantime, we have Jayare Prabhu looking very smart and in some very civilized place, not a Volkswagen Kombi van. He's in a building, he's in a house.
I'm looking very old. I turned 48 very soon, and I started to need reading glasses.
Oh dear.
I'm glad they make me look smart, though.
They make you look, yeah, they make you look smart. So, yeah, very good. All right.
Oh, by the way, my apologies. I heard you called on me last time. I've been falling asleep so early. I go to sleep usually around 7:30 or 8. So I actually fell asleep back to basics. I'm so sorry.
It happens, but early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So goes a British or English verse. I can't call it a shloka. So no problem. Hare Krishna. So where's our Jivana? Jivana, you moved, you're here. Okay, I can see you. Jivana Didi, really, we know you come with something in your pocket. We're here on Back to Basics, and we do have Praneshwari Devi Dasi back with us. So I would like to pass the microphone over to Jivana and Praneshwari Devi Dasi, to both of you. You will be a fly on the wall or a lizard on the wall. Okay, lizards eat the flies. We better be careful. We better be either a fly or a lizard on the wall. And let us hear just a little dialogue between Jivana and Praneshwari Devirasi.
Yeah, Praneshwari, when did you get back?
I arrived last Monday, and I wanted to say first, my
Yeah.
Dandava pranams to you, because you're deeply, deeply missed. We need you in the parikramas. We need you in India. It would be such a joy to have your company in the parikramas. So very special. So now, in front of all the world, tell us, when are you going to India next time? Are you coming to Puri in June?
Well, I would wait for any of our Chinese devotees to be able to go. And if they go, then the pressure is on. So they haven't had an opportunity to do that, although China has recently opened up quite a bit.
Okay.
So we will see if they can manage a little parikrama themselves too, then we could all be there.
Very
Otherwise,
good. So
yeah.
in a very humble and Chinese way, I ask you to please consider and to talk to them as well, because it's so important. It's just like COVID was a dark cloud, and it's just like dissipating. So we are back on track. We are back to do parikramas in such a lovely way, and possibly next year we'll have this wonderful blessing of going with the guidance of Madhusudana Maharaj as well. So that's a second opportunity.
Good one, Praneshwari. This is why we pay you the big bucks. Well, I picked up Raja the other night from the airport, and that's how I heard they were even there, because I kind of didn't really register. A little bit I did, because we missed you on some of the Zoom calls, but maybe you could enlighten us a little bit.
It was a lovely time. We were just like students with the book all the time in our hands. Srila Bhakti Tilak Niriho Maharaj, he would read in Bengali. He would read a book in the place, in the temple where we were. He would read and then explain in Bengali. And then Srila Paramananda Prabhu is coming. And then Srila Bhakti Pavanjanarda Maharaj, he would also read the book in English and then give explanations. And Srila Bhakti Kushumashra Maharaj, he would summarize in Spanish. And it was so lovely to get all these nourishing explanations and information directly from them. It was beautiful to see Anjali from London, Sarasvati, Devananda from London as well. Our beautiful Bhakti Ashray Dandi Maharaj with some Russian devotees also. They joined the first day, and then they came the second day and the third day and the fourth day and the fifth day. It was so lovely to have their associations. The kirtans were beautiful. The kirtans were lovely. It was, in my particular personal case, it was an honor to meet Madhura Vasini out of the Zoom screen. So we hugged at the temple. Srila Bhakti Nidhi Maharaj, he made arrangements and he booked a whole ashram for us to stay, very brand new, Radha Krishna Mandir. And beautiful deities, very well kept, very beautiful. So we would start every day Mongol Arati there, and then start the parikramas from there. I started parikrama, but ended rikshakrama. I would jump into a rickshaw.
Oh, okay.
But it was so lovely to see all the devotees together with that spirit of wonder and beauty and union. I also went to visit our dear Jol Mandir. It was impossible not to go being there.
Mhm.
And my heart was joyful. The verandas were there, and the feeling, all those feelings accumulated years. Last time I was there, it was 2013. So it was not easy to digest this long separation. But with the special recommendation of Maharaj, he said, you are at Govinda Kunda, be a swan and draw out the milk. So that was so important for me, not to see external things, because now this trip especially, I realized that going to India is entering a different dimension. Time and space are completely different to the way that we manage them in our present life in the West. So everything, the attitude must be reverential, because everything is special there. Time, circumstance, place, everything is special. I just missed Paramananda Prabhu and Chintamani and our dear Mohanananda Prabhu from Australia. But my heart was very, very happy to know that they were there. So it was very, very special. Beautiful trip.
And, oh, sorry, it's not my conversation.
And
Jeevana. Continue drawing nectar.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It reminds me of how Gurudev would tell us that in the spiritual world, you're going to walk on your head, because everything is so special and beautiful. And I really like how you said that you just try to really focus, to see things from internal. That is just so important for us. Actually, I mean, there especially, but anywhere actually, it's so important to try and always see the inner beauty of whatever's taking place, because it's everything is actually spiritual if you can see things properly. But that is very difficult for a conditioned soul, very difficult, because that's why we're called conditioned souls. We're very conditioned to seeing everything according to this external frame. So I really, really appreciate that comment that you made, and how you made a special effort in the Holy Dhām, because that is just the beautiful way to see the Dhām. And it can be very bewildering otherwise, but it's only bewildering due to our unfortunate lack of vision. The magnet of Krishna consciousness is there, but there's so much still rust on some of us that it can't be effective until we can be more purified, which is certainly what happens when you go to the Holy Dhām. You get so much purification and so much mercy.
And with the association of the devotees, that purification comes even if you don't ask for it, even if you don't want it, even if you don't know that it can happen. Just by being with the devotees is so very special. And to be back to the shelter of Madhusudan Maharaj is just like home. I love it. I love it. The feeling of, okay, today's the day.
Hare Krishna. Oh, Praneshri, she's very polite. She's a gentleman lady, a gentle lady. Because we know that Praneshri also, she looks after so many Zooms and so much communication. She's one busy lady. And so she's being very polite due to the present company. But we appreciate that.
No, Maharaj, is not busy, is blessed. I'm blessed with all this seva that's manifesting and coming. Is so very special, so very important. The world needs to know about Krishna consciousness, and the world needs Krishna consciousness. And we are those blessed with the ability to share. everyone in this meeting right now is doing exactly that. They comment, they tell, they share, and that ignites in others the inner want to know about the Lord, to know about heaven, to know about the spiritual sky, to know about our dear Lord Gauranga. So it's so very special. Maharaj, it's an honor. It's an honor to have the association of the devotees. So very special. I feel very humbled. I'm very thankful because my Lord is giving me this opportunity. My Srila Gurudev is saying, okay, listen, I need you engaged. So you have to be here. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna.
much.
Beautiful. Excellent.
And again, when we go on Parikrama, what is the highlight of the Parikrama is being with the devotees, in fact.
Yeah.
And the chanting of the holy name.
And Maharaj, that feeling of the chanting of the holy name is ringing in your ears all day. So when you go exhausted at night to bed, you have this loop of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in your head and in your heart. And the feeling is so beautiful because that's what you wake up to. Again, this loop. So it's a blissful time. We have to go on Parikrama with the devotees. By ourselves, it makes no sense because we can draw our own concoctions, not conclusions. And with the devotees, we can have the truth. We can have the truth. So very beautiful, so very special.
And you mentioned that always in your hand was the book, the Nabadwīp Dhām Mahatmya. And
Yes,
there at the end of the book, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, one who reads this book, recites this book during Nabadwīp Dhām Parikramā, the result of his Parikrama will be 100 times increased.
Wow.
So just see, without wearing out your feet, you did 100 times Parikrama of Nabadwīp Dhām.
Oh Maharaj, that's a blessing. That's a
you know that the beginning of the year, even, I mean, long before Nabadwīp Dhām Parikrama began, we were saying here on Zoom how we can read Nabadwīp Dhām Mahatmya and Nabadwīp Bhavataranga at any time. It's not just we read it once, or that we just read it at the time of Nabadwīp Dhām Parikrama, because that book, again, everything is in that one book. And to remember the glories of Nabadwīp, to remember the glories of Nityananda, of Mahaprabhu, of their parshads, of the devotees, everything, it is really our fortune. And we are trying to be Gauranga and Nityananda conscious because we've been given that guidance. Maybe initially Krishna, Krishna, and it is Krishna, it's not Krishna consciousness, but this is the process of Krishna consciousness. And one who has some faith in Krishna must then understand, yes, but he has come in a hidden way. That's why we didn't know it first, because he's hidden, the Channa avatar, the hidden avatar. We need to also be absorbed, swim in the leelas of Mahaprabhu, of Nityananda, and of the great souls who've done Parikrama and had darshan of Nabadwīp in the past. I mean, great souls. Then you can see by example that really it is a big fortune to go on Parikrama and to go on Parikrama with the guidance of Bhaktivinoda Thakur through the book, of Bhaktivinoda Thakur through Srila Saraswati Thakur, through Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev. It's a very living matter. So the joy of Nabadwīp Dhām Parikrama is not like the joy of going to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or the Eiffel Tower or something like this, when you can go, and thousands of tourists all with a camera, click, 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 click. But instead, it's different. It's a journey of the heart following in the footsteps of the previous great acharyas. And those footsteps include headed by Nityananda, Jiva Goswami, and so many. And in the recent time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev. Hare Krishna, and we do need to follow in their footsteps. And okay, in one sense, you can say physically in the Dhām Parikramā, but in the conception. And nice expression, Praneshwari just came up with an original Praneshwari expression that if we go by ourselves with only our own mind, they're going to get concoction. But we don't want concoction. We want, what was the word you used? You made
Conclusions, Maharaj.
Oh,
Real
conclusion.
conclusion.
Yeah. We'll come to the wrong conclusion, we'll come to our own concoction, something like that.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, and welcome to Madhu Krishna Prabhu in Australia. He's joined us, and here also is a hearty devotee, a devotee with heart.
And I believe, Maharaj, excuse me to interrupt, he was raising his hand. I don't know whether he wants to ask something, Madhu.
I had some question, if that's okay to ask.
Of course.
So I'm feeling very drawn to Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat in a conceptual way right now, to delve deeper into and to bring out more of this substance on whom we meditate, who is good for us, Gora and Vishwambara, and these names that we, and also the prominence of Śrī Nityananda Prabhu in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. I suppose my question is, we put a lot of stress on Śrī Chaitanya Charitamritam for our substance and sustenance. We don't tend to push Śrī Chaitanya Bhagavat in a primary sense. And I'm just wondering if you could please explain that, or is there a need for more of that development still yet to come?
So it is correct that the primary emphasis is on Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita. However, when we read Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita, then there Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj is repeatedly saying that we should read Chaitanya Bhagavat, because already Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj has explained extensively certain pastimes, and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj is expecting that we will have read that, or that we are reading that. And in fact, in our readings, we do jump, maybe not in the official program always, but we do then jump into Chaitanya Bhagavat when Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj has specifically referred to something. And he's given just like a few slokas and say, I'm not extensively giving a description because it's already given. So we are expected to be reading Chaitanya Bhagavat. And in the Nabadwīp Dhām Bhava Taranga, which is the sister book by Bhaktivinoda Thakur about the Dhām, there is something. And I may be wrong, we'd have to look it up, which I'm not going to do right now, otherwise I'll get splayed out from our conversation. But in there, I remember reading it again very recently, just very recently. That's why I can remember. But even then I may have remembered it wrong. But there is some expression about Lord Shiva and others were rushing to go to hear Chaitanya Bhagavat, which I thought was an interesting thing. And I may have misunderstood or may have gone in the wrong way, but that did strike me. And maybe Praneshwari, who's quite good at finding things on the spur of the moment, she might be able to find that quote from the Nabadwīp Dhām Bhava Taranga. So, because when I heard it that way, I was listening to it, I have to admit, when I was hearing it recently. But it did strike me how I heard it, that the greatest souls, they want to hear Chaitanya Bhagavat. And in Nabadwīp, the readings, the 3 readings per day, were from Chaitanya Bhagavat, the Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's the morning, the morning program is Chaitanya Bhagavat. The afternoon, like 4:30, the 4:30 part, the reading in the afternoon, which was from Srimad
I'm just
Bhagavatam.
feeling some poverty, Maharaj. I'm feeling great poverty that we don't actually have our own, you know, compendium around that for ourselves.
But you can. And compendium means?
Put together what you're saying, these few things and translated in our missions way, any expansions that are necessary within that, all that context for our digestion, our contemplation, for our sustenance. The other version, as I'm told, is perfectly good for us to read, and we do. And so, but there's more in there. There's way so much.
What can I say?
What can I say?
I mean, we actually have a luxury. I mean, really, it's a spiritual luxury of access to, I mean, Chaitanya Bhagavat. But okay, it's not translated by somebody, it's not our, you know, like Srila Prabhupada directly translated. But by the way, Srila Prabhupada didn't directly translate every verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita. I mean, just so we know, there was some delegation so that it all would take place for some part of it. But we do have it, which is no doubt faithfully translated as best as possible. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, by the way, like, it's so good to read the Bengali and become at least a little familiar, at least with the words. We don't have to go into, you know, all the difficult classes of, you know, declension of the nouns and verbs and all these things like that. But the mood of what comes through the Bengali text also is in addition to what is translated. And it is very good to read that. So, you know, we could say, learn Bengali too, and then we'll be able to follow. But I can also say that for the Chaitanya Charitamrita, for all of the books, we still need to know through Srila Prabhupada, through the devotees. And so with what we do have available, we have a, you know, great luxury. And sometimes if we have a questionable translation somewhere in something which is not translated, you know, by Srila Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj or Gurudev, then we can keep a little question in our mind, and then we may indeed find, well, the translation didn't quite come through properly. But what does come through is amazing. So Chaitanya Bhagavat is there. And it is also very addictive, by the way. And Jayadev has put something in the box.
Yes, Maharaj. He put the link for the Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat readings by Srila Janada Maharaj from the Seva Ashram readings.
Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat?
Mm-hmm.
Did he read Chaitanya Bhagavat?
I mean, Maharaj.
Entire Chaitanya Bhagavat. He went through the entire Chaitanya Bhagavat reading at the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram, all recorded on YouTube.
Oh,
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Seva Ashram readings is called.
And he gives little tiny Laghu commentary, like little tiny commentary every once in a while. He gives a little something. And also Chintamani is now available, by the way.
Okay, I'm eager. Now I've lost my Zoom. I'm eager to copy those links that you gave, but when I tried to copy it, then it opened the page. So, okay, I'm going to try again. Okay, 1 second. I'll be with you in a moment, because this is, I know that Janardhan Maharaj read the Charitamrita, and now the Chaitanya Bhagavat too. This is the news for Madhusudan.
Also, I'm not sure if the devotees are interested, but there is an audio recording by one devotee of Srila Prabhupada, Damodar Prabhu. And I met another devotee, Krishna, who was there with Srila Avadhuta Maharaj. So he's an Indian devotee, but I met him through Srila Avadhuta Maharaj. And he has also audio recordings of a senior Prabhupada disciple reading Srila Chaitanya Bhagavad. I'll try to find the link for that too. There's a wealth of reading of Chaitanya Bhagavad.
Yeah, that version read by Damodar Prabhu is the version that I listen to. And I do have the text of that as well. And he reads well. And by the way, if somebody does go to listen to that, then just be aware that the first 1 or 2 or 3, I don't remember, recordings, you may think, oh, I can't listen to this. There's so much music in the background. Somebody mentioned to him somewhere on the way, because the first ones, there is like the music is very high and the speaking is a bit low. But be a swan, take out the Chaitanya Bhagavat and leave aside the other part. And then after that, though, the background music goes down and the voice comes up. So, you know, it's a little challenge at the beginning.
Yeah, when you come into the actual content, the music has been lower. He also, just for everyone's knowledge, he's also read up to the canto.
Prabhu, can you speak a little closer to the microphone?
It's weird. I don't know. Something's wrong with my headphones, I guess. But he's also read up to the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
He's read the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, I don't know why the mic's weird. I have a new set of headphones. It's strange. The mic's not working so well.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I was just trying to hear. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe the 7th. No. Yeah. So there's a series of the same Damodar Prabhu reading Srimad Bhagavatam up to the 5th canto.
I received that Chaitanya Bhagavat actually from Krishna Mohini of Salt Lake City, now in Salt Lake City. And it was the purchase, she purchased it in Vrindavan on DVD or CD. And the Chaitanya Bhagavat, the chapters, the one chapter was missing and some, they were not in order. So actually I do have all of this with the chapters, with all the chapters and with them in order, like renamed. I do have that. Yes, the whole of Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken. Chaitanya Charitamrita is spoken by different devotees also. Chaitanya Bhagavat is spoken. Many of the books, they are available, but we can't post them on the MAT website because they're not our books, as it were. So we can't do that, but they are widely available.
And Jaidev Prabhu is also sharing from ISKCON the recitation by Damodar Prabhu.
Okay, very good. And just, if it's probably the same as the one that's on the CD, just be careful. There is a chapter missing, and I mean, if it is the same one, and the chapters are little, they don't come out in the right order. So anyway, there are some little tricks along the way. Just keep your eyes open as you listen. Keep your ears open as you listen. Okay, time is running by, and we appreciate all of this. And I'm also on this is the ISKCON design site. So let's rush over to Puri because we can. And by the way, I'd also just like to welcome, because I do have Facebook. We have Facebook back because Praneshri Devidas is got us on Facebook too. And we have Seva Rupa Devidasi in Mexico. Welcome, Didi, and always good to have you with us. And to remember you, the whole family, and to remember Krishna consciousness by remembering you, indeed. And Seva Rupa, Michael Madhava with us, and Nirupama nearby here, somewhere in Italy, somewhere in Vila Govinda. We woke her up probably with our sounds. Hare Krishna. Okay, let us run quickly over to Jagannath Puri. And here in Jagannath Puri, we have Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev. And a big picture of Guru Maharaj. And I don't know, on the left, somebody can say to me, I'm not a very good guide here. Whose murti is that? From this distance, I can't tell if it's Gurudev or Guru Maharaj.
Chintamani, Chintamani, open your microphone.
I don't know who it is, but I just walked onto the altar for you, Maharaj, so you can see. I don't know.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur?
Is it anyway a new
There's
arrival?
there's no plaque or anything.
Well, and does the pujari know? We've had a pujari worshipping a deity, a murti, without knowing who he was for years. It is a fact. And that pujari went through some difficulty, and Gurudev said, when he found out, he said, that's why he has so much difficulty. Hare Krishna. Anyway, these are Shri Nitai.
I don't see anybody here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I don't see anybody here. I just arrived hitchhiking on a motorcycle.
You arrived on a motorcycle. Oh, well. Jai Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev Mandir ki Jai. Yes, I believe you. You are in Puri.
Thank you, Chintamani.
And that says in small letters, like it says above, founder Acharya, dearest disciple of, and then big letters, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then it says something but underneath, Srila Guru Maharaj, and then in little letters at the bottom. So anyway, we don't have to follow every example we see in India because different things are made by different people. We'll follow the example of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. So it's also why we do have to not just take it, oh, in India I saw this, therefore it must be right. Not always. The wording may be right, you can say, but how it is presented, we need to be a little cautious. Yes, Tulsi, 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 many Tulsis. We're doing Parikramā of the deities right now. Oh, look, we're doing Parikramā of Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev. Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev. And there on the left, that's where we take prasadam. We sit on the floor with Gurudev, taking Jagannath prasadam right here. Rows of the devotees. Gurudev taking Jagannath prasadam, not sitting on any mat or anything, and very happily sitting with us with the banana leaf plate. Ah, we're coming again on Parikramā.
Beautiful, Tulsi.
And straight through there, where the screen is frozen, oh, there we're going through here. This goes through to the guest house at the back. Sevak Bhavan. There, you can see it now, that in the distance, that's the guest house. In order to give nourishment to the deities, and in other words, from the guest house, and this is how this ashram runs. Just like recently, we were in Hapanya with the Hapanya festival, and there Gurudev explaining about how getting land, that meant that the future of the nourishment of the deities will continue. But here, by having that guest house, then the future income for the deities will continue this way. And so here we are, we're beside Govardhan Hill, we're beside Chatak Parvat. And you can say coincidence, but we rather think it's not coincidence. It is the Lord's arrangement that our temples in Govardhan, our temples in Mathura, the principal temples in Mathura, Mathura Mandal means at Govardhan, in Nabadwīp, beside Gupta Govardhan, and in Puri, right beside Chatak Parvat, which is Gupta Govardhan of Puri. Then our temples are there. And look at that. Can you show our ashram? This is our temple. Oh, this is our temple. This is our, come back. This is our temple, our ashram, rather, the ashram building of our temple. The tree has grown. Hare Krishna, there you are. The Bengali pilgrims putting up their hands and being very happy in Jagannath Puri. The tree has grown, and inside there on the ground floor, on the straight in and on the left is where Gurudev would stay. Jai, ladies, Hare Krishna. I don't know if they can see us, but we are joining them. And oh, look, another Bengali lady with a white form. Hare Krishna. All very beautiful.
Thank you so much, Intamani Didi.
There you are, pilgrimage mood in Puri Dhām, pilgrimage in Puri. Beautiful. So this has transported us to Puri. By the way, yes?
Do you have time? Should I continue walking to the Chatak Parvat and other pilgrimage places?
Yes, you may please go there, and then we'll see you as you get there. We'll join with you, maybe not step by step. I see you may have a challenge also to walk uninterrupted.
Yes, it's showing network bandwidth is low.
Okay.
The farther she walks, but we still can see glimpses.
And this is behind, this is also our property, yeah, but it's behind. One thing is that in that Sevak Bhavan, as I was mentioning, when you go straight through the gate and then straight in front of you on the left downstairs is where Srila Gurudev would stay, his preferred place to stay. And it has a veranda outside. He would sit there and he would give discourses. Discourses means, yes, sometimes, you know, semi-formal, but very informal and very happy interaction with the devotees there. But the devotees made for Gurudev a room for him right at the temple where we were just now, at the temple of Shri Nittai Chaitanya Dev. But it was upstairs, and it was the biggest room. It's a nice room, a big room upstairs. And Gurudev happy. They have a plaque on the wall, on the door, above the door. This is Gurudev's room. And Gurudev did stay there, accepting the savor of the Vaishnavas. But he stayed there only, I think, during one visit. And after that, in order to accept the savor of the Vaishnavas. But he said, I want to be with the devotees. I want to be downstairs. I want to be accessible. And Gurudev, he liked that Sevak Bhavan, where his room directly, his most accessible room downstairs with a veranda. And he would be in his room very little. Rather, he was on the veranda and he would be just at home on the veranda outside. And so a little measure of Gurudev's wish to himself be with the devotees. And he said it many times. I don't want to be alone. I want to be with devotees. Yes, come and sit with me. And not necessarily the sitting with Gurudev and asking him all sorts of questions, but just sitting there with Gurudev, being with him. And then the flow will come from Gurudev. It's he who gives the flow. So anyway, we've come to Puri today. And incidentally, we can see in Chintamani's window there, we can see, okay, outside our ashram, that's our gate. I know the gate. But our ashram was the very first building on that road, on that side of the road. There was nothing else there except like some straw huts, literally, those straw huts with the bamboo matting, etc. It was very simple. This road was very simple. And when you went down that road, there was nothing else on the right side. And there was straight in front, and when you came further down was the Burla guest house, which is still there. And then there was very little, maybe I think there was one hotel further along the road, and it was called Hotel Prachi. If it's still there or not, I don't know. But now, you know, now we sound like an old man, don't we? Because, you know, we say, now it's all built up, but it was not built up. And it was very like the peaceful countryside part of Jagannath Puri. But now, the fame of Puri and the opulence of India, of people being able to travel, has brought so many pilgrims, we hope. But, you know, with the pilgrimage side comes the touristy side. So, you know, everywhere in the West, you know, we have holiday places where people go for, you know, enjoying. India, still the tradition is to go on a holiday to a holy place, but unfortunately enjoying part also comes in because, you know, it's the modern world and India follows the West. And so, you know, in other places, if we may not notice it, but if you stay for a little while, then you find out. There are prostitutes, there are drugs, there's drink, there's all the things which go on in, you know, places of enjoyment. But we have to go to the holy places, not seeing that side. We have to go there only to see. Yes, it's the holy place. And in the West, we can say, oh, don't go to the holy places to enjoy. But in India, I said, maybe there are more places to, you know, enjoy which aren't holy places. But the trouble with India, everywhere is holy. So you want to be careful. Every corner there's a temple. Every corner something happened about Ramachandra's pastimes, Krishna's pastimes, somebody's pastimes. So everywhere is holy. It's difficult to go on a enjoying holiday, I suppose, without being in danger of being somewhere holy. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Maharaj, I would like to share some photos.
Oh, yes. Okay. Here we are. We've got some photos.
Srila Bhakti Janara Maharaj, very, very active, very sweet,
yeah,
very special. Here during his reading, always sharing with the kids.
I wonder why there's a big battery there.
Because of the speakers.
Will make a big sound from the big speaker, which won't be a perfect speaker. It'll be minimum of 50% distortion to get the mood of the
At least, Maharaj. At least that amount of distortion.
Yeah.
Maharaj, this devotee that is behind Srila Bhakti Nidhi Maharaj, Gornarayan, he is from Mexico, and he is sewing the dresses of the deities in Tarakeshwar, and he makes the mandalas. Wow, I was so surprised. Such a delicate work, everything handmade.
Giant, wow,
So beautiful. And here at the back, you see Anandamoy Prabhu.
No.
This one is Anandamoy to the left of Srila Janardhan Maharaj, just behind.
Okay.
And here behind, we have Pitambar Prabhu. And I mentioned to him that Paramananda was going, and he was very happy. He said, oh, I want to see him, I want to see him. But it couldn't happen. So many beautiful moments.
Nice watch. Oh, shouldn't notice a watch.
also Janardhan Maharaj has a watch like that. And our beautiful Bhakti Kushumashana Maharaj.
Jai.
Beautiful.
All wearing the same hat. This
yes.
hat.
The whole group.
Parikramā.
Yes, the whole group, everyone wearing a yellow hat. The kirtans were amazing, Maharaj, amazing. It was full of energy. It was so special, so beautiful, so nourishing to be with the devotees. So very special. The devotees from Singapore, a whole family, loving, caring, very special devotees, very special. This is Sajon Maharaj from Venezuela. He's been stationed in India for over 7 years already. He was taking care of Dondon Park, and now he's in Vrindavan. I wasn't able to see Radha Sundari. I missed to see her beautiful little girl, Padma. We couldn't meet, but I hope we can meet soon. So very special. I didn't see Amiya Sindhu Prabhu either.
Hare Krishna. Oh, now the picture stopped. I have my screen full of your pictures there. But we have a moving picture of Chintamani back with us. So from Nabadwīp Dhām, we're going to Puri Dhām. And so remember these 3 principal places for us: Nabadwīp, Vrindavan, and Puri. And here we are, can we make this bigger? Oh, yes, you did just make it bigger. Very good. So here we are at Tota Gopinath. Okay, we're going down the steps to Tota Gopinath temple. This is, Tota means garden, Gopinath is Gopinath. Okay, now Chintamani, Didi, please don't go in with your camera. Chintamani, please hear me. Please do not go inside with your camera. Okay, please don't disturb.
Maharaj, my mood is to ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
Prabhu, Didi, please, if I'm involved, don't break any rules. You follow, if they say no camera, no camera. That's my request.
Okay.
We are not here to disturb the environment. We'll follow that. If somebody comes to our temple, we'll expect them to follow our rules. We'll go to their temple, we'll follow their rules. So please, this is my request. But we are at the Tota Gopinath temple. And we have something here. Oh, here we are now on Tota Gopinath Road. So we're at the temple. And this is the temple where Gadadhar Pandit stayed. This is the temple where Mahaprabhu himself would come and hear from Gadadhar Pandit. Here, so many discourses took place. The reading of Srimad Bhagavatam with full intensity by Gadadhar Pandit, the Bhagavatam, which is all to show us, to bring us to Radha Dasyam, to show the glories of Radharani. Gadadhar Pandit, who is Radharani, who's given her heart and luster to Krishna, so that Krishna becomes Mahaprabhu. That Gadadhar Pandit here is reading. That Gadadhar Pandit here reading to Mahaprabhu. And this is one of the, I mean, there are so many, I suppose, super special places, but this is one of the super special places. And now we are doing Parikrama. We're at the very back, the back corner, zigzag corner. We're doing Parikrama of Tota Gopinath. And this temple, the Gopinath is, of course, super beautiful. I mean, Tota Gopinath must be beautiful by definition. I mean, whatever our eyes see. But this deity also was standing as deities generally do stand. But when Gadadhar Pandit was showing very old age, okay, Chintamani, don't go any further, please. No, I know Madhu Krishna was saying come further, but we don't want to break the rules. This Gopinath deity was standing, but in Gadadhar Pandit's showing old age time, he was having more and more difficult to garland him each day. And then one day he made the arrangement, okay, practicality. So he arranged for a pandit, a pujari, a panda to come and worship the deity. And then that next day, that panda was due to start his duty. But then in the night, Gadadhar Pandit had some dream that, oh, I don't want to accept service from others. Well, as long as you are here, from you, I want to accept service only. And then in the morning when Gadadhar Pandit went, then taught to Gopinath in the garden. Instead of standing, he was sitting down so that Gadadhar Pandit could garland him. So these things, they give much inspiration, of course, to the devotees, but not only, you could say, the physical things. When such thing happens, then everyone's amazed, or the deity can do this. But everything about the deity, everything about Gadadhar Pandit, the deity worshipped by Gadadhar Pandit, all of these things, it's very inspirational for the devotees' bhakti, their mood, etc. So again, part of our pilgrimage is to reflect and be aware of all of these the relevances of the places we go to. Somewhere may be beautiful, somewhere may be this, somewhere may be that, but what took place there, and we hear that the Leela is eternal. So what is taking place there? All of these things are to be considered and revered and put in our heart. Fortune, the fortune of any contact in such way. Hare Krishna. And I don't actually know where you are right now. Where are you? I don't know. Oh, okay.
I just wandered into the courtyard outside the Tota Gopinath Mandir.
Oh, you're beside a little pond. Is that right? Oh my goodness. I don't know.
I don't see a pond, but there's the mandir right there.
Oh, okay, I know where you are. They've planted some trees. No, the pond, okay, I know where is the pond. It's somewhere different. Okay, so they've done some development. There was a big old tree. There was a huge old tree, but there was quite a famous tornado or hurricane, whatever you want to say, hit Puri a few years ago. And I was very sad to see, but it happened, by nature, not by man. And that tree, in the tornado, it broke. And it must have been like a big crack to make such a big tree break down. Okay, so they've done some development in the grounds. Hare Krishna. And this, so you see, it's very sandy. And we are on a bit of a hill. For Chintamani to go there, she had to walk up some bit of a hill. And this is Chatak Parvat. It is the sand dunes. And on these sand dunes, this is considered that here is Govardhan Hill. And various things which I don't exactly know. And this, okay, this is the entrance or exit if you're going out. And there's evidence of construction, the various things, various construction items, and there were some cows there too. There you go, coming in from the market. And now opposite there is a building. That building was not there. When I was young, not so young, 3 years ago, there was no building there. So that's a new building. Ashram building, which we're happy to see, not a block of flats or something. So somebody's ashram. Okay, oh, dear devotees, Chintamani, you're making me exhausted. Let's go to the well and pump some water from the well of Gadadhar Pandit there and drink some of that water and leave behind our bottled water. We don't need recycled sewage. We need the holy water of the holy Dhām. That will give us everything. Hare Krishna. And oh, Chintamani, while you're in Puri, you should go to Paramananda Prabhu's well. You just find out in your guidebook where it is and go to the trouble. If there is not a bucket and a rope there, go to the trouble to buy some string and buy a little bucket or do something so that you can get some water from that well, because that well, it was Mahaprabhu himself who made that well into Ganges water of the sweetest taste.
Wow.
And it is there as evidence until today, but not to go there to enjoy, oh, such a sweet taste, but to go there again with, what is this water? How has it come? The Lord is wonderful, the wonder of wonders. Let us be in that wonder of wonder consciousness. I think it's called Krishna consciousness. All right, dear devotees, we've been here and there. Do copy those URLs of the recorded books, etc. And there now we know there's Chaitanya Bhagavat waiting to be heard. There is Chaitanya Charitamrita waiting to be heard. And what we have, we will be very happy with. What we don't have, we can always lament, my cup is half empty. But our cup is 99% full. We don't have to worry about that tiny bit. In fact, our cup is our cup is overflowing. It's our capacity to capture even properly capture even a drop of what's been given in that ocean of grace of Mahaprabhu, of Nityananda, of our Guru Bhakti. Okay, I am going to continue from my side of the world. So those of you on Facebook, those of you here on Zoom, those of you who will see the recorded version and join us as we are now on the recorded version, then my appreciation to you all, my respects to you all. And if you wish, I have no objection. If you want to continue on pilgrimage in Puri, it is a wonderful touch.
Oh, Maharaj, and also let me share these photos of this special visit. Srila Janardhan Maharaj and Srila Ashana Maharaj, they went to see Jai Patak Swami.
Acha. And how was he?
Yes, feeling well, and he was speaking clearly. It was a nice gathering. They were very happy to be together. They were remembering so many pastimes in their life together in ISKCON. So many gifts shared.
Jai. And seeing Jai Pataka Maharaj reminds me of Srila Gurudev, because that's where I know him. That's where I know Srila Jai Pataka Maharaj, from being with Srila Gurudev, their relationship.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
I'm not sure what you're thanking me for. I'm thanking you. I'm thanking Jivanadidi for drawing some nectar from you, and thanking Chintamani for taking us there and still in Parikramā Puri. Oh, look, we have Bhakti Sri Rup Vaikanash Maharaj with us. Rupa Vilas Prabhu changed his external form.
Hare Krishna, Danda Pranams. This is news for me.
Dandavat to each and everyone, to all of you. I miss you all. I miss you all. It just so happened that when I opened my Facebook, oh, there is a BBC class. Now I have to attend. They allowed me to use the Wi-Fi, so it's my opportunity to get in touch with you all. Miss you all, everybody. My Dandavat.
Very special day, very special news. All of you were aware of this. I wasn't. So for me, it's an honor, Maharaj. My obeisances.
So much blessings that came from all of you. You are my inspiration. In fact, I would like to take this opportunity, Maharaj, my opportunity to report. No, I would like to report to you that I think I miserably failed. You know, when you ask me to nourish the devotees here, but actually it was them who nourished me every day. So how can I nourish them? They had showed me so many wonderful and sweet things. There's so much respect, love, and affection. Oh, I was overwhelmed with that. So I'd like to say, Maharaj, I think I failed. Forgive me. Forgive me.
You may think that, but one of the beauties of Krishna consciousness, is that everything is reciprocal. And yesterday, by the way, Maharaj gave a sweet, heartfelt class for over an hour. It was broadcast on the Infinity Media channel. And a sweet, heartfelt broadcast. And also, we've seen some also clips of your talking with the devotees over the last, maybe, I don't know how long you've been there, 2 weeks or 3 weeks like this. And we are very happy to hear your natural presentation of Krishna consciousness, realized from the heart. And we are in the older part of our life. We've managed to survive 40 years in Krishna consciousness. There must be something in there that keeps us going. So to share that with the devotees is wonderful. And I also agree to see the enthusiasm of those youngsters who could be doing so many things with their lives, but they've given their lives in service to contribute to the theme of broadcasting the message of Gauranga. So many things we can learn from everywhere, but it is definitely reciprocal. And hearing your talk of yesterday, I know you have not failed in giving nourishment to the newer generations. All right, to be continued, Maharaj. Please do join us on Sunday at the same time.
I will try, Maharaj, but I think tomorrow would be possible. I'd like to see Srila Goswami Maharaj, because I would be here until March 25th.
Yes.
So I have to see him first before I leave, and for further instructions on what to do in the Philippines. And there are some devotees that reciprocating, communicating with me, and they're looking forward to meeting with me. So although I invited devotees from here, from Chiang Mai, to Gupta Govardhan to visit us in the Philippines and nourish us, but not until now, because I don't still have a place for them. Who knows, someday, in a very short while. And I could also invite you, Maharaj. It's my dream. It's my dream. I have met Srila Goswami Maharaj. Now it's my dream to see you in person and hug you tightly. No, I owe you everything. So many things I owe you, and each one of you.
Philippines have a bright future.
With your mercy, of course. With your mercy. I need your mercy. Otherwise, it will be impossible for me.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, very happy to see you with us. And to each of the devotees, Radha Sundari did. She's here with us. She did arrive to us. And to all of our
dear Radha Sundari in Israel, I believe she's translating. Maharaj, she's doing a pilot project. If there are Russian devotees that can join BBBC, she's testing for a month. And if everything goes well, if there are devotees who are not in Mongolarity and can attend, then we're going to have simultaneous translation to Russian on BBBC.
By the enthusiasm also and capacity of Raja Sundari Devidasi, and well done that she is giving enthusiasm to many by making talks which otherwise devotees wouldn't understand at all because they're not in their language, making them available. And as is Praneshwari Devi Rasi doing on so many of the talks around the world, simultaneous translation. Okay, dear devotees, time nor tide waits for no man. We've had an interesting debriefing of Parikrama and continuing of Parikrama and evolution of devotional life with Shripad Vaikanash Maharaj joining us and showing his sannyas form to us. And with the enthusiasm of each of you, your presence, then we are all encouraged. Jai, wonderful Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Maharaj ki Jai. Jai, wonderful Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rockok, Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Wonderful Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. And Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga ki Jai. Shri Nabadwīp Dhām ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dhām ki Jai. Shri Puri Dhām ki Jai. Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev ki Jai. Shri Tota Gopinath ki Jai. Shri Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Pyu ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Hari Ras Thakur ki Jai. And the broad ocean ki Jai. And Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All Shri Chaitanya Saraswata Acharya Brinda ki Jai. Shripad Vaikanash Maharaj ki Jai. Paramananda Prabhu was with us. But all the senior devotees, Praneshwari Devi Rasi, Madhu Krishna Prabhu, Jivana Devi Rasi, and all are senior because you're all flying in the devotional sky. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Madhusudana Maharaj. Thank you so much. Wonderful association.
Thank you, and thank you, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Jai Hare Krishna. Wow. Such a wonderful news. I'm so proud of you. So proud. This is ridiculous for me to say that, but I do feel proud of you. So special, so wonderful news. So beautiful, so beautiful. And Chintamani Devidasi, thank you for taking us to Puri, to give us the darshan. It's so special, so very beautiful. Radha Sundari, I miss you. We have to meet. I want to see Padma. She's the love of my life. I want to see her, please. And thank you, Dana Krishna, Vrindavaneshwari, and my dear Savarupa. I thought of you so much. When I embraced Mathura Vasini, it was just like embracing you. It was so very special. I loved her. It was such a wonderful time for all of us together. Take us to the ocean. Yes, Chintamani. Let's go to see the ocean. She's almost there. So very nice. And one question, Maharaj, was this something that you were expecting? Were you briefed that this was coming into your future, into your immediate future?
Can I hear it again? There was a truck passing by. So noisy.
Yeah, I want to know if this transition for you to become Bhakti Shiru Vaikanath Maharaj, was this something that you know it was coming? Or was it a surprise?
My son will always tells me, I think you're heading that way, but I try to ignore because, you know, so many times I try to reject that. I feel like I'm not qualified. So one day, while I talked to Goswami Maharaj, I don't know from nowhere, as if a force coming out from my mouth. and asked him this question, a hypothetical question, supposedly. I said, Maharaj, do you think an old man like me should also take sannyas? You know, my question was, I've seen that a lot of sannyas should be given to young boys, you know, say they have the energy, the capacity, you know, the energy to do everything. But an old man, you know, is half spent. So I hypothetically asked him a question. Do you think it is possible for an old man to take sannyas? And his answer was, yes, I'm going to give you sannyas. No, that is not my question actually. So he said, yes, I'm going to give you sannyas and you should take sannyas. Wow. So okay, that, and he talks so sweetly. No, there's no qualms, no doubts on me. So I readily accept that as his mercy. And then he said, but I still have to ask the permission from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev. So he asked me to wait for a while. Then he went upstairs. In just about 2 minutes, he went down and said, yes, Prabhu, I'm going to give you sannyas. They readily approved. Oh my, oh my. Then he said, then we have to wait for Sri Gurpurnim. So I don't know what happened. It was so swift, so fast. You know, I was stunned. I could not even move. I could not even say something or express what is inside of me. I was overwhelmed by the events, overwhelmed, practically overwhelmed. And Srila Goswami Maharaj, he said so many things going on, you know, as if he really missed me. When I said to him, when I told him, I missed you for the past 40 years, you know, he told me, you were also on my mind. You missed me too. I almost cry. No, I really did cry. And when he hugs me so much, so tightly, then I started, my voice choking. And I said to myself, now I'm ready to die. That's what I said last night. I'm ready to die because I had fulfilled my dream, you know. But after for some time, being with the devotees, now I changed my mind and I prayed to the Lord, Lord, forgive me. I changed my mind. I don't want to die. Forgive me. No, as if he's saying, why? Because I want to tell the good news from here to the Philippines. When I go back to the Philippines, I will tell them that this is it. This is what we are looking for. It exists. It is true. You know, I've been reading the books of Srila Guru Maharaj months before I came here, and there is a portion that says, there in Goloka Vrindavan, the conversation is very natural, no apprehension, no nothing, no hidden agenda, and it is so sweet, based on love and affection. And that, and another thing, if just in case, let's say you forgot to do something, they themselves do it for you. So those words I kept in my heart, but when I came to Gupta Govardhan here in Chiang Mai, wow, they themselves show it how it is done. The devotees here, so very sweet. Each one of them is into seva. Each one of them is like a bee doing so many things to be served, to serve. And in fact, I feel so ashamed. No, I am being always embarrassed because they wanted my plates. No, they want to wash my plates. They want to give me water, and like that. And that is the reason I said I'm miserably failed. You know, instead of giving them nourishment, actually it is me who's being nourished every day. Yes. So I'm going back to the Philippines and try to tell them that this is true. It is happening in this part of the world. It is not a dream. It is not only on the books, but I really had experienced that with the devotees here. So I'm very proud that I'm here today also, and telling you these things, these wonderful things. You've been there, you've been here. I know you had felt this the same thing, same way as I did, but really it is overwhelming me. And now somebody asked, what now? What is your plan, Maharaj, in going back to the Philippines? I said, I have no plans. I gave my life completely to the Lord in His service. No, He has shown so much miracles in my life. So I'm very confident, and I'm willing to give myself in. I just remembered a passage from books of Srila Guru Maharaj, where Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, one of his verses, he says, I don't care if I jump into the poisoned Yamuna River. I don't care. I'm not scared. Why? Because Krishna is there to help me. No, He will protect me. He will take care of me. So this new phase of life in me, it's the same thing. I would like to give my everything to the Lord. It is in His hands. No, I'm sure by your mercy also, I will be protected. You will be there. So I will take also this opportunity to each one of you. Give me your mercy. Give me your blessings that I may be successful. Maybe perhaps I was given this saffron cloth, like kind of a uniform, but actually what I felt is that a new janitor, a new waiter, no, has enlisted himself to be in service to you. You know, when you go to the restaurant, you see a waiter, you find him by his uniform. So I'm here in my own uniform, ready to serve you all. That's how I feel it now.
Mercy has descended upon you and upon everyone.
Yes.
Just this wonderful news. Yes, Vrindavaneshwari.
I want to share something. First, Dandavat Pranams, Maharaj. Because me and Lila Moy, we are in Brazil. I start my morning today. I got emotional listening and watching the live from Maharaj at Infinity Media. And I had a great day, and finishing my day now, meeting him here, it's such a bless. I would never explain all those blessings
yes.
I've been
I
getting.
remember you, the one from Brazil. Yes, that's
from
you.
Brazil. It's
see?
me from Brazil.
The Lord is merciful. He allows me to meet you.
Yes.
He heard my prayers. Yeah. See, my Dandavat did it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. God is merciful. You see, we need this. A devotee asked me about something, about some other world or higher philosophical. I said, we don't need to be learned. We don't need many philosophical teachings. No, we need to be scientist, a scholar, to be Krishna conscious. I still remember this passage from Bible said, seek first the kingdom of God, and everything shall be added unto you. You don't have to do it yourself to discover His world. He is beyond our capacity to understand Him, but He Himself will reveal Himself to us by our love and affection. So by chanting the holy name, He understands what is there inside our heart, and He will reveal Himself to you according to your capacity. And believe me, we can only take as much, give so much help, but it is you who will undertake all this process. It is you, because it is a love transaction. It is a kind of feeling to be in love. And no one can teach you that you love this person. And no, this that not their person, not this one. No, love is universal. It's just a feeling. No, you cannot explain it. You cannot explain everything. So
And you can only get it from the devotees and with the
Yes.
association of the devotees.
by
Real love.
association of the devotees, you get the example. It's not only in the books. So Vrindavan is very Didi. You are very fortunate. Why? Because you came into our line, the line of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, the line coming from Mahaprabhu himself. It is so pure, pure bhakti, nothing, no hodgepodge, nothing mixed with anything. It is pure. And that is what we want, pure, because we're giving ourselves. I don't want half of it. I want pure, because I'm giving my life, you know. So forgive me if I talk so much, taking so much of your time. Forgive me.
Thank you. Thank you for
I-
sharing from your heart, because that is nourishing our hearts. Thank you so much. You have such a brilliant future
Yes.
in Philippines. Philippines will start expanding and growing, and you will soon have a place. You will soon have a place that you can offer to the devotees, and the devotees will start
Yeah.
visiting for sure. For sure, no doubt.
It is one of my dream, you know, to invite you one day and see the Philippines with all these amenities, accommodations. You know, I want each one of you. I want to hug each one of you, and thank you. You are a source of my inspiration. Maybe you don't understand, but it is how I feel. Praneshwari has something to do with it. No, he is also to blame. He encouraged me so much. He has the heart. He has the patience and everything. He tolerated me. Wow. Well, so Praneshwari Didi, thank you very much. I know I cannot pay you back, and all the other devotees there, here. Forgive me my inability. Really.
Maharaj, your sweetness and your sincerity captivates the devotees.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing. Because when you're sincere and you're dedicated to Srila Gurudev and to Srila Guru Maharaj, then everything comes to the right place. It's wonderful harmony, wonderful and wonderful beauty.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much. Thank you so much. Ay, Lila Moy Prabhu. You know, whenever I look at you, you had the sweetest smile. Huh?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Huh? And I thought you're American. Huh? They said that you're from Brazil also. I think Venezuela. Yeah.
From
But
Brazil,
really,
from Brazil.
yeah. Why is it that South Americans, they have sweet smiles on their face? Tell me. Huh? It's natural. You know? Okay. I hope you'll give me this chance also to meet you with you again. Huh? Someday, somehow. If I'm settled in the Philippines, you are invited to come.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you
you're
so
invited.
much. Thank you in advance, because we know it will happen. We know
Yes,
it
thank
will
you.
happen.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Jai, Hare
Yes.
Krishna. All
Hare
glories to
Krishna.
Srila Gurudev. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. So very
Yes.
special. And all glories to our dear Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudha Maharaj, because
Yes.
only through him we have this wonderful opportunity to be together in
Yeah.
BBBC.
Help,
This is a gift to
help
all
me.
of us.
Help me to realize that I will see him personally and hug him. You know, I'm already 68, quite old.
You will
So
see him, you will see him, you will hug him very soon.
that's my dream. That's my dream. One of my dream. And I'm soon,
Jai,
we believe it will be realized soon. Yes.
Jai, Jai.
Dhanyavad,
Dandava pranams.
Hare
Dandava
Krishna.
pranams. Hare Krishna. Dandava pranams. Thank you everyone for staying so late. The good fortune in Brazil is not 2 hours, it's only 1 hour. So that's very good news. Hare Krishna. Dandavad.